Welcome to Fallout 76, this is Jim. In this video we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Friday, January the 3rd, 2025. Let's take a look at and see what we got for today. Alright, we get some good ones here. I have many videos on my channel that'll help you guys out to get different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas over there. If you're a brand spanking new player to the game, you're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, there's a particular daily, weekly challenge that's giving you a hard time or trouble. I'm sure there's a video on my channel that will help you. Try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. And of course, you guys are awesome with great comments and tips, which are greatly appreciated. Okay, we were promised probably about a week and a half ago when Bethesda decided to deactivate the Festive Scorched, that they would have the free stacks of gift wrap in the Atomic Shop right up to today. And as we discovered during yesterday's daily challenge video, that was not the case. We even checked an NPC vendor at a train station, and there was no gift wrap made available. So someone did actually confirm that in the comments of the video, and I'm glad that they did. I'm glad that I know that I'm not going crazy. So just an FYI, we no longer have the Festive Scorched event going on, even though Bethesda had made that promise to us about a week and a half ago that it would be up to this Friday, January the 3rd, 2025. Take a look at the top right hand corner of the screen. If you may see that I have a little bit more score than you, I do have a 25% boost going on right now. Of course, I claimed that right off the current Season 19 Season Pass on 3 pages, a 5%, 10%, another 10%. And you can claim that by being a Fallout First member, or if you played the 1500 atoms for the Season Pass. Alright, let's take a look here. What are we going to take a look at first here, Jimmy? Well, this one here, collect a lighter, cigarette, or cigar 5. So many great options that we have here. I find ghouls are a good source of lighters. Sometimes they are gold plated. Of course, ghouls we could find in the upper lower parking lot just west of Vault 76. A bunch of ghouls up here at the lower section of Clarksburg and over here by the Clarksburg Shooting Club. I find these days it's only a 50% chance to find them over here. Right inside Eastern Regional Penitentiary. If you wander the streets of Morgantown, you'll find patches of ghouls, like 4 to 6, like every block and a half or so. It's a pretty good spot. Down here, Charleston Capitol Building, the DMV building, is a pretty good spot. Anywhere in around the White Spring Greens and the White Spring Golf Club is a pretty good spot as well. Lewisburg's a pretty good spot to find ghouls, so just an FYI. Now, in terms of cigarettes and cigars, we know we can find cigar boxes, we can find package of cigarettes and many great spots. I find right here probably one of the best spots here in the game is Sugar Grove. Now, of course, there's lots of robots in here. Now, you will come across a video of mine where I show you how to go through Sugar Grove, and at the end in that large room, all kinds of not only packets of cigarettes but cartons of cigarettes. So it's a really good spot. You just got to be aware that at the very end, there's a 50% chance there'll be an Assaultron, you know, that crazy one that goes invisible, or a Colonel Gutsy. So hopefully you get the Colonel Gutsy, but just be made aware that sometimes there is an Assaultron at the very end. But it's worthwhile because it's a nice little kind of farm for cigarette and cigarette cartons, as well as springs in terms of the clipboards. And there's a bunch of pencils there as well. So it's a really good spot. Telephones right at the end of Sugar Grove. It's a really good spot. Right down here, we've even come down here at the Skyline Valley region here at Camp Liberty. You will come across a big bonfire area, and in around the bonfire area, you'll see a bunch of seats. There'll be some pre-war food, and there'll also be, I would say, maybe about a half a dozen to maybe 8 packages or cartons of cigarettes down here. So it's a really good spot there as well. And actually, there is a really good spot right over here in good old Flatwoods, and that's where we're going to head here today. So let's pop the Flatwoods. Now this spot here is nice and easy for all levels. As you guys know, I like to kind of show off maybe the lower level areas over the higher level areas as much as I can. Alright, so once when you spawn in here, we have the house with the red star on it. We're just going to head over this way here, and there's going to be a road just above us with this little overpass here. We're going to head down this road. We're going to come across a trailer on the right hand side with the satellite dish on it right here. And there'll be a couple of flamingos here on the outside, all right? So there is a red roach, so we're going to try to get his attention there, and we're going to bring him outside, because if I shoot him on the inside there, it's just going to explode probably everywhere. All right, so let's go ahead and get our cigarettes here. Now, it's a really good spot here is because there's like little single cigarettes, right? So there's one right there. And to see how we're just kind of picking them up. There's even one in this little ashtray. There's a carton right here. There's one by itself. It just kind of fell, so we'll kind of grab the plunger. Oh, I don't know if we can. No, we can't even pick that guy up. There's one right here in the shower. Another one in the shower. Pretty good spot there. And as you see, we satisfied the daily challenge just with those little single cigarettes. Okay, pretty cool, eh? There's usually one or two here right on this table. Right up back again, there's one or two here. There's one right here as well. So this is a nice little spot, especially if you're lower level. It's a spot that many people tend to forget about, all right? Let's grab those rounds while we're here, sure. And that fiberglass spool, why not? Wow, that's pretty cool. That's a nice little find there. Okay. Yeah, real good spot. And another good source, too, is the medical dispensers. And you'll come across them at train stations, all train stations. White Spring Mall will have them. Right down here at the trading post. Right over here at Nuka on Tour. So you'll come across these medical dispensers. You will have to pay for cash, but there's usually about 5 or 6 pack of cigarettes inside those medical dispensers. So you can always buy them that way at the end of the day if you're really having a hard time finding them. And if, say, you're on a public server and everywhere you go, everywhere I show you, they're just cleaned right out from other people finding them. You can just buy them at the end of the day right from the medical dispense centers, as long as you have the caps, and they're not very expensive. All right, just another idea for that. What's next here, Jimmy? All right, so let's go ahead here. We're going to kill a Deathclaw 1. Again, many great spots for a Deathclaw. We have good old Deathclaw Island up here. Now, if you are lower level, my suggestion is if you come over here to the island, you get that Deathclaw to kind of pop up out of the ground. The Deathclaw will not swim in the water. All right, so get over here, shoot him in the face a couple times, kind of get in the water. He'll kind of roam around, you know, the edge of the river here a little bit. And then he'll kind of go back and kind of wander around the island. Come on back, shoot him in the face a couple more times, and you'll eventually get it. It's better if you have a ranged weapon with you, of course, so that way there maybe you can get a couple shots off him on the other side, but that's a pretty good spot. And of course, we have good old abandoned waste dump over here. There are 2 guaranteed over here. Again, there'll be one that'll be roaming around. There'll be one that's usually sleeping a little bit further on the inside. Now, very rare, I would say less than 25% chance there'll be a third one in there. It doesn't happen very often, but you guys have watched my videos, and some of you have even mentioned that you found a third one in there, but not very often, okay? We just need one Deathclaw, so we're going to pop over here to Deathclaw Island, a popular spot, seeing how we're in the forest already. And again, if you're on a public server and you come to these places, okay, and this Deathclaw maybe is not popping out of the ground, that means somebody already came here and killed it, okay, and its body has these spots. So you can either wait the half an hour for the cooldown. I recommend maybe do something else, or go to the abandoned waste dump, or even just server hop to another server. That's probably your best bet. The fastest way. Just get this Deathclaw to come back here, okay? Shut this light off here. So let's go over here. He's gonna pop up out of the ground here. We're just gonna shoot him in the face. There we go, just like that. And he is a little dramatic there, isn't he? Just don't forget the black titanium and the gears off this guy, okay? Another great spot you can find a Deathclaw egg, usually. I think the most I found here was 2 Deathclaw eggs, but that's very rare. So here's the Deathclaw egg. It's not always in the nest itself. Sometimes it's kind of hidden in around these logs and even inside this suitcase. Just kind of make a mention if you're ever looking for a Deathclaw egg. So that was pretty good. And again, if you're low level, because these guys have high HP, and if you can't hit them hard enough, right, just go into the water like this, right, and he will not swim in the water. He will not swim out here, and just kind of make your way back to the other side there and just kind of shoot him. If you make sure you have a ranged weapon with you, though, that's what I recommend when you're going after a Deathclaw here at Deathclaw Island. All right, what's next? Let's head back to our camp here real quick, and we'll start off the next daily. Try to give you guys as many options and tips as I possibly can. I realize, we're all different levels here in the game, and some of us have never even played this game before. Let's take a look at the next one here. Consume an alcoholic beverage 5. So there are a couple ways we can do this. We can go around the wasteland and try to find alcoholic beverages, which can be hard to do depending on the server that you're on. It's not foolproof going to certain spots because sometimes those alcoholic beverages are just empty bottles. Okay, so that's always something you got to keep in mind. Some people will sell alcoholic beverages in their vendor. You can always try other players' vendors. You could try NPC vendors at the train stations as well as the White Spring Mall. And they'll have alcoholic beverages, maybe one or two. Even if you have like a camp ally that sells things, the odd one will have alcoholic beverages on them as well. Okay. You can craft alcoholic beverages yourself if you have a brewing station. Okay. You don't really need the fermenter, but if you don't have the brewing station or the fermenter, you can complete the side quest called Wasted on Nukashine. I did it a couple months ago with a member of mine, Mr.Prince, and you can check that video out if you so wish, if you've never done it before. But you come down here to Morgantown, Big Al's Tattoo Parlor. Just out back, the back door, there'll be a poster there. And this is if you've never done it before. The poster should be there, and you just interact with the poster. And at the end of that side quest, Wasted on Nukashine, and again, you can utilize that video if you run into trouble. It's all time-stamped. Basically, you automatically learn the plan for brewing station and fermenter. The plans that you get aren't the plans that you go under notes and you have to manually learn, like most plans here in the game. When you're done, you automatically learn them. Okay, and that's what I show you at the end of that video. So let's go to our brewing station here real quick. If we go beers, fermentable beer, and this is all you have to craft as long as you have the requirements like boiled water, corn, razor grain, and wood. Okay. This is why I recommend to people during these daily weekly challenges is to have corn and razor grain in your camp. Okay. Not just for those particular type of videos like harvesting, crops or harvesting wild plants, but eat a vegetable. But it's also for crafting fermentable beer, drinking alcoholic beverages, etc., etc. So having corn and razor grain in your camp really opens up the daily weekly challenges for you. It just makes it a lot easier, so you don't even have to leave your camp. All right, basically that's what I try to tell you guys. And it doesn't have to be just a plain old beer. It can be just a fermentable one when you craft this way. So you don't really need the fermenter either. We have even tried that out. All right, you can also do it that way. And of course, we're to find corn and razor grain. Again, if you have it in your camp, you do have Cobbleton Farm, corn here at Silva Homestead, razor grain here at Billings Homestead. We have the red little kind of farmhouse I brought you guys yesterday, just around the corner from Big Al's Tattoo Parlor under the overpass here, okay, roughly. Right in behind the General Steakhouse, so a couple of great spots we could find corn and razor grain naturally in the game. Now, we do have a camp resource we got maybe a few months ago, and it's this bad boy here. I did make a video on it. There's this brewing vat. And as you can see, it will collect a various number of these fermentable alcoholic beverages, all right? So you can see they're 15 for 15. So you could definitely check that video out if you so wish. But again, camp resources, it really saves you a lot of time having your camp, right? So it saves you from having to go out and try to find this stuff. And all this stuff will count, right, towards this daily challenge. It doesn't have to be just the oak holler lager or a pickaxe panzer or just a beer. It can be these fermentable versions as well. Now, you are going to pick up a lot of rads when you drink them, but just take a rad away, okay, or a rad axe to help with that, all right? So again, that's a big camp resource you can help with. Another little resource we get that pops up in the atomic shop once in a while is this bad boy here, this beer mister machine. Okay, you can just go ahead and use your 15 caps, and then you'll get a beer that way, right? Or we got an old possum that time, so that's a good way to do it. You can always scrap it, put it back on here, do it again, all right, until you get your alcoholic beverages. And again, as I mentioned, we can also buy alcoholic beverages from NPC vendors. So we're actually going down to White Springs here today because I usually craft them myself, and again, we usually take you here to the Wayward. The Wayward will have 6 of them here, 6 on the base, on the main floor, and 6 upstairs. We did it maybe 3 or 4 days ago, and you could definitely check out that daily challenge video. But again, there's 3. There's usually a bourbon, a vodka, and a rum that are downstairs on the table, and then the other 3 are on top. Now, I have not reset the game yet, so I doubt they'll be even there for me, but that's a pretty good spot. That's a very reliable spot here in the game. We're going to go right to the mall, White Spring Mall. We're going to use the north entrance, because when you go inside, it's going to take us right down to the mall here. Now, you can use the other entrance here. If I can hit the right button there. You can use the other entrance here, this one here, but it takes you to the front door. But you have to go through another loading screen to get down to the mall. Alright, so you're better off just using the north entrance and just go right inside. Alright, so let's try some of these vendors out here. Now, I find sometimes the vendors sometimes switch. Some of them, they stay the same, but sometimes they switch. So let's go trade here. And we're going to go food and drink. They don't have any food and drink here. Let's keep trying here. We're just doing something a little bit different. What does this guy got? Oh, so he's got 2 New River Ale, right? So we can always buy them there. Now, I have alcoholic beverages on me. I'm just showing you this, all right? I'm not buying them. I'm just showing you. Let's go to the Free States guy, see what he's got on him. He's got a cup of whiskey, a cup of wine, and as you can see, they're not very expensive. You can still use the hard bargain perk card under Charisma and Great Mentats, but I wouldn't even waste that because they're so cheap. Collar lager, whiskey. So this is a great spot, and those are just a couple that we went there, but you can try out the other guys as well. All right. I just kind of wanted to show you that you can even buy them at the end of the day if you're having a real hard time trying to find alcoholic beverages, and let's say you're a person that's on the go all the time, and you like to play this game and you love this game so much, and you're just running out of time to do these dailies. I like to show quick, easy ways to get it done. All right. Let's go ahead here. We're going to drink some alcoholic beverages that I have on me. So I have all kinds of. There we go. Assuming alcoholic beverage 5 for 5 done. And again, don't forget you can still drink the fermentable ones. We have proven that out many, many times. Okay. Now we beat that to death. While we are here, show you this medical supply vending machine. You can see a pack of cigarettes there. Look at that, cheap. 18 caps each. Pretty cool, eh? And again, if you're running short on time, and you can just come here and get a couple of them done at the same time. All right. What's next? Scrap junk to produce plastic 10. So plastic is a junk item that we can use the bulk and scrap method at our Tinker's Workbench. Let's go ahead and use a Tinker's Workbench here. Anyone will do. Go down here to bulk. Go down here to the P section. So to bulk 1 plastic, you need 12 molded plastic in your stash or scrap box. You go ahead and you craft your bulk plastic, and then you just scrap it, and it's hands down the fastest, quickest, easiest way to complete this daily challenge. Again, it's more so for the folks that are kind of short on time. You don't have the time to go out in the wasteland and try to find this stuff. Maybe your work, or you have to go to school, or etc. Family stuff, and this is definitely the best way, bulk and scrap method. Again, if you do have a camp resource, let's head back to our camp here real quick. We do have a camp resource for this. And I always like to kind of showcase camp resources. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of them. And I pretty much promote all as simple as they are. Some of them can be. And yes, we can find this stuff in the wasteland. I show it off more so on the video just to show how they are worth their weight in gold, because they save you time. Okay, because not everyone has time, hours upon hours in a day to, play these games. But you can still get these daily challenges done if you have like 20 minutes or less, all right? It takes me a little bit longer because I explain everything, but if you guys just went at her and had these camp resources and stuff, you can get her done in like 10, 15, maybe even 20 minutes. Now, this Red Rocket Dumpster Collector, he does pop up in the Atomic Shop once in a while. Now, he is fairly new to the game since this past summer, but he will collect junk items that gives us plastic, as you can see. And again, it's a really great way, really good camp resource. You just kind of collect from here, take it to a workbench and scrap it, and there's your plastic. Easy. All right. And again, another great spot is the Cat House. And the Cat House, if you come here to Morgantown, if I can get my cursor here, Big Al's Tattoo Parlor. If you head to the west, I believe, actually, let's pop over here just so I can make sure I'm showing you the right direction. I think it's to the west, but I'll show you which way you have to go here. And it's a place that I've been taking you guys when this has been popping up for us. Yeah, it's to the east, sorry, it's not to the west. So we're going to head this way to the east, and right up in this location right here, there'll be a cat house, okay? You don't need a jetpack to get up that hill there, but there'll be all kinds of cat bowls, and like lots of them. And each cat bowl will give you like 2 or 3 plastic each, and it's probably one of the hands down. It's an unmarked location, but yeah, I'm telling you, it's a real good way to get plastic there. Oh, jeepers. Okay. I didn't even see those guys there. All right, another good source of plastic is, of course, the pool table balls, okay? There's a couple pool tables in around White Springs. There's a pool table downstairs in the basement here in Summersville, right? The house on the right-hand side. It's a pretty good spot as well. I believe there's a pool table here at the, where are we at here? Overlook Cabin. There's one right there as well. Again, pool tables are a good source of plastic in terms of the pool table balls. Let's go back to the White Spring here. We're actually going to go to the front door, the White Spring Resort door here. There's a couple pool tables in here we can utilize, and I'd like to give you guys again as many options as I can. We're going to head or take a right here. Go to the tavern, Medical Bay, and it goes right through this section, this responder section. Right down here, a couple pool tables down here. Let's take a, oh, we can't even, oh, we can't, I thought we were able to grab these guys. Well, I guess we can't even interact with them. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I thought we were able to do that once upon a time ago. Never mind. Never mind that. Never mind that, guys. Let's go to Summersville, I guess. As you can see, in this game, not everything you can pick up. Oh, my soul, that's embarrassing. This house right here, the right-hand side, once upon a time used to be full of Mirelurks. Now there's just maybe about half a dozen of ghouls around here. And of course, there's the spot of where there's all kinds of burnt books in here. This is where a lot of people like to kind of reset their game by picking up 250, 255 items here. There's so many burnt books. So let's take a couple of balls here. So as you can see, each ball gives us 2 plastic, and it's a real good spot there. All right. Now we got our balls. There's a bunch over here. I'm not going to bother. We have more than enough. We're going to head back to our camp here. You can go to any workbench, whichever one will do. Another train station, someone else's camp, and you can actually do it that way if you so wish. Can't believe that. Can't even pick those suckers up. One more here. Nice. But yeah, those are easy pickings right there. And again, you can scrap these wherever you want to scrap them. You don't have to go back to your camp. All right, where are we at here? Cue ball, 8 ball, 11 ball, 5, 4, 14, 9, 1, etc., etc., etc. There we go. Scrap director produce plastic again. Faster, quicker, easier way, which is what most people will probably do, is the bulk and scrap method at the Tinker's workbench, all right? Or the cat bowls. The cat bowls is definitely where it's at as well. Cripple Super Mutant's leg, too. Again, many great spots where you can find super mutants in around the wasteland. The first super mutant you probably come across is right here at the north Carnival Lookout, which is just west of Vault 76, which is a free fast travel. We have good old Grafton up here. The courtyard of Eastern Regional Penitentiary will have some there as well. Grafton Dam, Grafton Steel. Right here at Newgad, we have Wade Airport. Skyline Valley region, we have the Grindstone Arch. We have the research site Saxony. A little bit more of a challenge, we do have the West Tech Research. Huntersville, we always has Harper's Ferry up here. There's usually some on the back end there. So many great spots we could find super mutants here, right? So let's go to North Carnival Lookout and try this place out. Haven't been here for a little while, so why not? Yeah, you just gotta come here, guys, and now I can pick them up. All right, so we will find about 2 or 3 super mutants here. There'll also be a couple of floaters. All right, just gonna keep that in mind. We're just not killing the super mutants. What are we doing? We are crippling their legs. So you can go ahead and free aim for the legs if you so wish, and you might be able to cripple them. All right, and that's what a lot of people just end up doing. Now you can use VATS. If you do use VATS, it's a perk card that'll help you out under perception. It's called Concentrated Fire, allows you to move your VATS around from head, torso, arms, and legs. And if you have a lot, like a lot of weeklies will have maybe cripple 30 enemies, definitely VATS is where it's at, because if you use Concentrated Fire, you go left leg, right leg, or if it's arms, it's left arm, right arm, and you can really maximize your crippling efforts by getting credit for 2 cripples per enemy doing it that way, all right? All right, so let's go for the legs here. Is it the legs? Yeah, it is. Let's pop up here. Just do it that way, just like that. And again, you can just free aim, and they'll pop up in the top left-hand corner if you ended up crippling. And usually you can see them if they are crippled, because they'll be kind of hobbling around, hanging on to their, yeah, 3 stim packs off that guy. Oh, I can't believe the junk we get. That's another thing too, when you do the bulk, when the bulk and scrap method, or you're scrapping stuff to produce stuff, we get so much junk now off of killing enemies, okay? If you just go to a spot where there's a lot of enemies, like a lot of Scorched or whatever, what have you, just from the junk alone, you should be able to satisfy most scrap junk to produce something rather, okay? So just an FYI, that's always an option as well, unless it's real specific, like black titanium or something like that. Okay, what's next here? We'll play a daily quest 1. Okay, so if you take a look at the video, you'll come across a link to a video. Sorry, if you take a look at the description, right on, Jim, talk it backwards again, you'll come across a link to a video called Complete Daily Quest for Newbies. Okay, you don't have to be a newbie to watch that video. It's all timestamped for you. We do quite a few daily quests in that video. I mainly made that video a little while ago just to show you how to activate them. The game doesn't tell us that, and show you how to complete them. Now, we don't do every daily quest on the map or in the game, but we do quite a few of them, and we do go over options for you. Okay, so you can check that video out if you're having troubles trying to finding daily quests or finding which ones to do. Okay, but there are many we can do here in game. But there are even some what are considered daily quests, but they don't count towards the daily quest daily challenge. So just going to keep that in mind. Just follow the video if you're having some issues, but there's usually a couple I like to kind of highlight for these daily challenge videos, just because of the sheer easiness of them. One here is up at Talk to the Curator at Prickett's Fort. One is here at the Pumpkin House, Talk to Jack. One is over here at the Giant Teapot, Speak with Sweetwater. And those 3 there are extremely easy to do. I know the last time this one popped up, we actually did a repeatable tipsy taste test here for Biv down at Big Al's Tattoo Parlor. Now, that one there is pretty good to do. You know, he is real glitchy for some reason, but you'll eventually get it done. But you'll learn an alcoholic beverage recipe from him. I have them all, but it's a real good way to get them done through there. And they're repeatable every 24 hours, these guys here. That's pretty decent. The one we're going to do here is up here at Prickett's Fort. So we're going to toggle him active, as you can see, buried with honor. So let's pop up here today. Now, if you did buried with honor some time ago, and you have not been in the Toxic Valley region for a while, it won't be here until you fast travel summers in the region. And that goes with many other type of daily quests as well. All right. So let's go up here. We're going to talk to the curator. Now, we're not going to sit here and listen to him. We're just going to interact with him like this. And you'll see it update itself in the top right-hand corner of the screen. We're just going to keep on going here. Turn our light on so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to go up here. We're going to take care of the old rad roach with this bomb out of the water there. or the wall. We're going to take the soldier remains. There we go, just like that. And you'll see it kind of updating itself in the top right-hand corner. So now we need to put the remains in the open grave, which is here at the Philippi Battlefield Cemetery. And it's here all the time, okay? It's nowhere else, all right? So it's close by. You can walk down the hill if you so wish. We're just going to fast travel. Once when you get here, there's usually 2 mongrels on the outside. Right? There's going to be some more mongrels, but they're going to be inside that building, but we don't have to go inside that building. Now let's go ahead and we're going to place the body in the grave just like that. There's usually a couple shovels around. There's usually a shovel right in this area, so let's go ahead and take it. Now, if you don't see a shovel there, there's usually one leaning up on this marker. And again, there'll be a third one, should be right over here, typically. I don't know too many people that walk around with shovels, but some people do forget to drop them when they're done. Just going to keep in mind there are 3 around. Now we're going to go to our weapons section here. We're going to equip the shovel, just like that. And then we're going to fill the grave. And that's how easy this daily quest is, all right? And this is why these are one of the ones that I kind of show off to people just because of the sheer easiness of it, okay? Let's go ahead and drop the shovel. Even though I'm on a private server, I still like to kind of do that, get in the habit of doing that because I don't really need that shovel, all right? All right, what's next here? We do have one more. Visit a best build camp 1. Okay, so again, let's take a look at the map here. I am on a private server, but we can get best build camps on private servers. And of course, because we are looking for one and we have a daily challenge here today, I probably won't find one here on the server. I don't see anything around. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to server hop. We're going to go to a public server with other people. Now, if you ever get on a server and you don't, like a public server, if you ever get on a public server and you don't see any best build camps around, someone has suggested a few months ago, like when we first got best build, that is happening because that server is fairly new, okay? Because if you do go to older servers, just, because it's random where they show up, there could be maybe half a dozen, and that's probably an older server, all right? Just an FYI. Let's take a look here for a best build camp. There are a lot of people here on this server, but there's no best build camps around. So that means this is a fairly new server. So let's keep going here. Well, we did have to do this a couple times. Now we can wait, I guess, if we so wish. I'm just going to server hop until we find one. For me, it's just easier that way, so than me having to wait. Here's Jimmy and the Gym Bros going to the gym. Pound some iron. Pump some iron. Yeah. Girls for the girls. Boulders are making shoulders there. Shoulders are making boulders. Yeah. Alright. Let's check this server here. Oh, we got one right here. Perfect. Let's pop over to this one here. We're just going to fast travel. Now, if you don't have a whole lot of caps, you can always utilize free fast travels here in the game. And if you're a person that just don't like fast traveling, that's what most people do. We'll just utilize the free fast travels in game to save caps. And all we have to do is we just have to visit it just like this. Visit the best build, 1 for 1 done, just like that. Sweet. All right, let's head back to our camp here. And we'll go over weapon of the day, which I forgot to do yesterday yet again. I was a little off yesterday after discovering that Bethesda did not give us the free stack of gift wrap. All right, weapon of the day here. Let's go modify. It's a Score suppressed submachine gun. Damage increases up to plus 24% as you fill your hunger meter and thirst meters. Currently plus 18%, so I'm obviously not at that mark. Projectiles explode for plus 20% weapon damage, plus 100% faster movement speed while aiming, plus 60% armor penetration. The mods I have is the armor piercing receiver, short light barrel, recoil compensating stock, medium quick eject drum, reflex sight dot suppressor. It does 46 damage and 45 ammo. Take a look at the perk cards here real quick. Alright, so it is a fully automatic weapon. So under perception, we have Master Commando, Commando, Expert Commando, all maxed out. We have Tank Killer, Concentrated Fire, Suppressor, Tenderizer, Covert Operative, Evasive, White Knight, Adrenaline. We have these random luck cards, and you guys see these pop up all the time when they're being activated. Of course, that's pure random when they are. Legendary perk cards, these don't change for me. They all stay the same. I've had them for quite some time, and they're also all maxed out. Nice, so there we go. Just like that, guys. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you get the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Robco, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, Mr.Prince, NotMeButMeYesMeThatsMe, Drew, Andrew, Demon, Confoundedbridge, Ghost, Primus, Corne van Niekerk, Ben, Durant. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.